Everyone, in today's video let's have a quick look on what are the different revenue channels for Dent Wireless. So even we know Dent has launched as its own cryptocurrency, but on top of that what I want to know is present is what are the revenue streams that actually outside the crypto space Dent is able to make as a profitable business. So if you look at the competitors for Dent Wireless like Arelo and other GigSky, other big players in the eSIM industry, so if they are able to make considerable amount of profit, I have a strong feeling that Dent is actually cutting a big chunk of the profits from those other businesses as well. The reason I'm saying is the other businesses like Arelo and other eSIM platforms, they don't have a cryptocurrency or native token of for their own offering, but whereas Dent has a double-sided advantage there because it has its own cryptocurrency called DentX token, and on top of that, people who are buying the eSIM packages on the Dent mobile app, most of them are buying using their credit cards, so which generates a fiat revenue on top of the cryptocurrency behind the scenes. So that's where the revenue streams are making it really lucrative when it comes to as a business. So if a venture capitalist has to invest on Dent Wireless, which is very unlikely, but if they have to look into the model, I guess they would be really interested in seeing the actual revenue stream rather than just the crypto touch they have. So if you look at the first Dent mobile app, it is more of a retail focused one where individual consumers, end users can buy data packages and voice minutes on their platform. And the second one is which most of them won't be knowing even, which is the Dent API portal, which is more of a B2B business. So this is particularly if you go on the documentation of their API for eSIM, you can see a very comprehensive documentation has been provided, so you can run curl commands and create an account and do API integration as well. So that said, that is a very key one as well. So there they make a revenue there as well. And then they have something called B2C wholesale Dent Gigastore one. So the Dent Gigastore is basically a big platform for resellers. So that is very popular one as well. So if you go on there is a very good video on YouTube which I made in the past. So if you haven't seen the video, you can watch my previous video about Dent Gigastore. So that is another key product offering as well, which is more of a B2C wholesale platform. So it's a business to consumer offering. So businesses they can buy data from Dent in bulk, and then they can resell it on using the Dent Gigastore API. So that is another key platform as well. So most of these platforms, the major revenue stream is going to be coming from fiat currencies. So that is a very interesting aspect to look into as well. And then they have another fourth offering which is called C2C offering, which is basically consumer to consumer. So as a consumer, you buy your own mobile data, and now if you want to share your mobile data to another consumer, which may be your friend or a family, that's where Dent Teams comes in. So Dent Teams allows you to share your mobile data to friends and family by generating a QR code, and once your friend scans the QR code, the data from you gets pooled to their eSIM. So that is a C2C sharing of data, but of course there is no revenue attached to it because it's a free portal. It's in beta stage at the moment. So if you haven't used, please try using Dent Teams as well. If you search for Dent Teams, teams.dentwireless.com, you can access this portal and log in, and you will be able to pool your mobile data. So that is another offering. So what my point of view is, they are pretty much following the well tested and successful traditional telco model by providing multiple sales channels for their product suites. Rather than having a single point of revenue stream, they are pretty much following the traditional telco model by creating multiple sales channels for their product suites. So traditional telcos are very successful in creating multiple sales channels, which allows them to bring cash flow from multiple streams of businesses. So that's where DENT gets really interesting. And on top of all these that I have highlighted as potential channels for revenue, they also have their own cryptocurrency as well. So what the cryptocurrency does is it also adds value, because if you go on read the documentation for DentNet blockchain, you can see if you want to become a validator of their blockchain, then you have to hold a big chunk of stake your DentX tokens, big chunk of either the DENT tokens or the DentX tokens on their platform to become a validator. So that is the utility coming on the, because if you want to run your own node for running the blockchains to produce the blocks on the blockchain, then you need a decentralized way of providing the facility. So that's where the node operators comes into picture. So if you know that DENT tokens were the first tokens that were launched, but DENT token is pretty much a fixed supply token, and it was 100 billion supply, and we know that the price didn't go much high because of huge supply. That was quite significant number of supply, whereas with DentX tokens it's not going to be the same, because the way the new tokens enter the market is completely only through staking mechanism. So if you go on the main.dentnet.io page and if you try to stake the tokens, that's the only way you are going to be able to acquire new tokens, otherwise you won't be able to get it. So that's where things gets interesting, because if you go on the dashboard, you can see already close to 11.65% of the total DentX supply is already being staked on their platform. So which is close to 1 billion supply is already staked. The remaining supply will take several years to be coming into the supply. The reason behind it is it's an inflation mechanism attached to it, which is completely based on the staking. So if a lot of people stake, then the inflation will be very high. If less number of people stake, then the inflation will be very low. So that is capped by the supply, is pretty much capped by the staking, number of people staking their DentX tokens on the platform. So that is another way of generating revenues as well. So there are not that many cryptocurrencies which offer close to 36% API as a reward rate. So it's significantly high. So I think 3 months ago it was around 40%. Now it has dropped down because this side the supply staked is increasing significantly. Right now you can see there are totally 17 validators on the blockchain, and there are 75 pool members in the network as well. So the pool members are the ones who are providing the liquidity and for staking. So and the number of transactions are also constantly increasing on the blockchain. So for a 6-month-old blockchain, the number of transactions that have been made are really very high. So now every mobile transaction that are happening on the Dent mobile app is actually going through the DentNet's blockchain. So every time someone buys a mobile data or a voice minute or resells their mobile data, that what happens is behind the scene the transaction is registered on the DentNet's blockchain. So the Dent mobile app is no more using the Ethereum network at all. So it's completely migrated all their technology to DentX now. So the new token is the main channel on the DentNet blockchain. So DentX tokens are the bread and butter for the platform. So that said, I guess there's a lot of potential, and not that many people are aware is the Dent mobile app also allows you to resell your mobile data. So there's like, if you buy an eSIM from, let's say, Aralo or other platform, you cannot resell them. So you either use it or you lose it. Let's say you buy a 10 GB of mobile data for $5, and then if you don't use it, all the data within the stipulated 7-day or a 30-day window, you are likely to lose all your mobile data and on the money that you put in as well. But whereas with Dent mobile app, let's say for example you bought a 30-day validity package and now you don't want to use it, you're not going to use it, so you went on a holiday for 7 days and then you have remaining 23 days left with the validity on the remaining mobile data. Now you can actually go on their platform and resell your unused mobile data within that 23 days. Of course you won't be getting back the exact money to money that you bought, but might be if you put it on a lower price, you might be able to get back at least 60% of your value back again. So that's it. That's another interesting feature of their unique selling point, I would say. So thanks for watching. This is the revenue models I see that making Dent very unique, and this business is going to sustain for a long period of time, because we have already been Dent has already been in the market for more than 7 years. It was launched in 2017 August, and now it's sustaining for more than 7 years. And even after 7 years, they managed to launch their own L1 layer 1 blockchain for telco assets. So probably this is the first blockchain for the telecom industry, I would say, out of all the 20,000 cryptocurrencies that are traded in the market. I guess this is a very unique proposition that Dent Wireless has. Yeah, thanks for watching.